Mic test 1 2 1 2 1 2. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest and greatest cryptopocalypse now. Stream. I hope you're having a great time trading the market right now. We have seen ups and downs on Bitcoin, but mostly ups. And last night, you have been warned. The platoon already knows. The platoon is ahead of the game. And we said that there's a good chance, all indications of a dump incoming. Now, what drove this event? Apparently, it was Evergrande. Evergrande. Almost defaulted, but then no, wait a second. We came through last minute. We came out with the monies last minute. Please don't kill me. And then the dump stopped. But I'm here to tell you that it is to continue. So we're gonna take a look at the charts right now, obviously. But I just wanted to really emphasize the point that we brought up here last night. Now, this stream is mostly going to be experimental. I wanted to see how many people do we have at this hour. And also, I wanted to see how many in particular after a dump like this, where you have been warned that we may get a 10% 4-hour candle down out of the blue. And that we were pushing it. The blind bulls just irritating the shit out of the market. And ladies and gentlemen, we pay the price. Not us, not me in particular. I think most of the platoon made money on this. Not only did we say that we were going to dump imminently, we had a signal on DSR. We're going to take a look at it right now. MarketSpy, again, ahead of the game, and just confirm the gut feeling. The gut feeling that we had. So we're gonna get up to 20 viewers, if that. That's my baseline jet set ready, start your engines sort of thing. So I really appreciate you guys sticking with me on this one. But let's see, it should be late night in the great land of the free. And we should be seeing a lot more people this time around. If not, this will tell me something, and especially after a dump like this. I have a buy zone for you, and it's not here at this level. It's not ideal. I have a very specific. Actually, you will see where my stacks of bids are in just a moment. But man, if you were there last night in the Discord stream, this is exactly, not going to repeat myself here, but this is exactly what we were talking about. Okay, this right here. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you with my face here, because you need to focus on what's important, right? Plus, as we wait, I'll say hi to you, but as we wait, I'll be getting up and leaving the station, in and out, because we not only do we have a trade setting up that we're going to take together, but we're also going to reiterate what happened last night. Why I told you to go short no matter what. But it's too bad. It's too bad the big fat round 70K never hit. Otherwise, we've been sitting pretty right about now. But okay, there's another one incoming. Now the desperate ones who will immediately start buying the retest of this breakout, which, as you can see on the chart, we, out of all people, did not have a squeeze triangle pattern here. And we had a channel. And channels, you'll learn something about channels right now and the retest of the support level of the channels. But yeah, let's get it to 20, 25 viewers so I don't, you know. That's minimum at this stage, minimum. And it is more good morning to people who are waking up on the east side of the galaxy. Let's get our coffees, kombuchas, water, yogurt, whatever you're into, and get started. But yeah, this to me, this is the reason why we have the platoon to give you a heads up just before any one of these crazy pumps or dumps. Protection of assets is the name of the game. Everything else will come. We skip a move, we play the next one. That's how it goes. That's how we can prepare a good trade. Get into it.
Hey, what do you say? Do you really like to dump this way?
Yes, I do.
Shut up, everybody. Let's focus on the chart.
You're absolutely right, Tonto. We don't have time for that chit-chat. The singing can resume once we put a profitable trade in on this. Although, hell, hey, it's one of these moves where you wake up to and it's already choo-choo train late. But I was fully prepared to not allow ourselves. There was a hard stop in terms of like, do not long this business here, because it was just not looking right. So we're gonna take a look at the indications here and see what happened. And the reason why I have this particular chart on is because it's clean and we don't have any drawings here, right? And I just wanted to sort of backtrack about what it is that we were looking at. The targets. Remember yesterday, what did we say? We made the target on the flag pump in this region here, and we also made the target on this pump here. So as a matter of fact, fully extended to base of yeah, it was, what did we have on the charts yesterday? Let's go back to that. So voila, we said that the MAX7 is likely to push a little higher, but the reclaim was bearish. The baseline reclaim was invalid because it did not happen gradually. It's interesting that we had Evergrande news come in. I'm not even aware of what's going on there. Like I'm clueless right now. But if you were to, you know, try to understand what's happening here on the charts, well, you had and remember, you and I both were testing the algorithm here, and we're seeing. I can't wait till you get your hands on this. Look at that. Look at it. Yeah. Remember this? This is exactly where we left off last night. Okay. This is exactly where we left off last night, and we looked at this little pump and we said, hey, happening at the tippity top of the nose here. It's not good. We want to have a breakout around here somewhere, or maximally here. Distance matters, structure matters, geometry, trigonometry. You have to study this. The markets will tell you what is going to happen, and what happened here was in the platoon. We said that we're likely to not sustain this move, but if it drops down, you're buying it as well, and you have your long trade in the making right now. It bounced quite aggressively from this level. However, I think your best bet from here is to wait for it to creep up, short it again, and let it drop back down to around 60 to 59.3. So this would be, let's just take a look. Man, all these people out there, go help a soul out. Tell them about us, so they don't end up panic selling or panic buying when we have these dumps that we can sort of see ahead of time. No crystal ball here, but something better than that. We don't need to see the future, but being present and connected is the real skill here. Okay, so yeah, so this little pumpola here, right? Yesterday, clearly we said that this little pump is actually over, right? Most likely. And if it does push it aggressively over, which I was hoping it would have been such a nice pickup and reversal. Pick me up, let's hook up, have a kiss, around level, make it memorable, and then dump me and remember the all-time highs. So because of a swift maneuver here, Evergrande defaulting here, they say, oh wait, not really. Looks like they came through last minute. They made a payment. So the market's like, wait a second, huh? New hope. Let's short this new hope coming up, because the ideal location for this would be slightly now that we're most likely going to retrace back up to these levels. Okay, it's looking like that could be the case. Okay, so use the tools here: market maker, chaser, limit, ladder, to position yourself. So I'll give you some basic levels about what to look for. The ideal entry here is probably into EQ1. So EQ1 on a green square on MarketSpy is your dump continuation signal. But today is just gonna hesitate and stay here for a second until the market convinces itself that hey, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, so events like these that drive something on the price are actually complementary to the TA, or technical analysis, that we as traders must learn and do in order to sort of kind of Use it as a tool to help us manage what we have, what we invest, what we hold. These levels are, let's just bring DSR here in particular as our daily driver. So once again, it's some crazy stuff. I wish I'd stayed for these two, and if I saw this candle dumping, right, posting a new low from the range that was creeping up here on lower time frames, would have looked like really something like that, like a bearish flag formation. On a 15 minute time frame, would have seen that. But it's dropping, and yesterday we said we were too far away from the 50 moving average. The deviation was way too high. This bounce here will help, push us up here, but I think back up we go, and it's the same scenario. We need to go short. Here's the weekly time frame, and we're looking, where's your entry here? We retested TC, so obviously we bounce away from here now. And then we also have come back to the close, high probability yellow line over here. That's a weekly time frame, right? So that's a half a week dump. So this is a 15-hour time frame, but if you look here, it's about 3 days. So it's a half week territory right here. So we took all those gains back, killed a lot of emotional bulls over here, and now we're bouncing away from this level only to come back to it later again. And I think edge to edge trade here, even though we have a breakout above the CPR, you're still, till the end of the week, you're aiming for the S1 box and these lows over here, just to see if the market is going to start maybe a slight correction downwards. But I think the way it happens is that we keep attempting to go up, again and again and again, until we no longer can, until there's just no interest, or there's like some fear mongering and the market experiences a degree of FUD that is going to again push us further down. But yeah, you had your warning signs everywhere, and I'm glad we sort of covered that last night. This was very suspicious. We talked specifically about how in order to go down aggressively, we first must go up and look very convincing that it's going up. So when it's not convincing enough, that's when price actually goes up. When it's really convincing that, holy shit, right, the breakout, that's when we, short the strength. We emphasize that a lot here. Or we buy weakness. So unfortunately, I don't have any daily gain on this move at all, as I was positioned with the ladder here. Yeah, a few tiny trades up above, but for the most part, it was a continuous dump without the possibility of price pulling back a little bit, giving me a few contracts to play with on the market maker. It was running all night. I just switched it off to go lower. How does this hold? I think you should aim lower. Again, my recommendations are merely that. They're not technical advice about what to do in your situation, because we're all different. But technical analysis here is such that we had a strong candle at the top, which dwarfed the previous candle here, which I was very suspicious of. I told you that. Go and watch our volume analysis video. It would all make sense if you haven't already. If you have watched that video, you already know what this is. And so the signs were just there in the air. In the air. A lot less casualties this time around compared to the summer carnage. Good luck all who are around for it. That's not what okay. Chat, today I was alone with my 1-year-old, so skip trading, but man, it looked like it would have been fun. It's always fun. We most likely are going to have another setup that's incoming. But for now, you can see where the confluence is, how we touch basically the exact point of support right here. And we're going to float above it for a little while, and then attempt to make one more push lower. However, if we go back inside of this channel here one more time, I really think that you're looking to target these lows here. Right now it's resting on the cap, and insofar it is a bullish sign that we're retesting, merely a retest of the breakout. But that's just that. It's a breakout retest, and will it hold? In my opinion, this precursor, this little pumpage yesterday could easily mimic what we're seeing here. So breakout, and this retest is going to do something like this. Maybe, I'm hoping, as per analysis last night, we're not going to go over it here again, but we're still looking to basically aim for the targets here. Now the EMA and the deviation from it on the price cooled us off a little bit, but I think this is the first leg, and we never post like total breakdown immediately. So first it will pause here for a little bit, go sideways. The market will interpret this as a bear flag maybe and say, oh, yeah, it's not moving. However, this does not look extremely toppish. So I think once we go back in to these levels, the plan is the same, is to perpetually be short into the strength of the next few candles if we're getting them. If not, the levels we're looking to buy are oh god, we lost it. I lost the chart that I prepared. Damn it. Okay, you know what? That just reset my whole thing, because I had a chart, but then I clicked save on this thing, and this somehow, oh god. Holy shit. All right, now I'm ready to just nuke the whole station here right now. I had a very meticulously outlined chart with levels to position ourselves on. I mean, I can eyeball it right now, but god damn it. Okay, let me... I'll be back. Let me open my browser, check the history, see if I can recover it. Damn. Robert Schmidt says, Bybit Pro is how I learned to stop worrying and love the market. Couldn't have said it better myself. That's right, Robert. You're blessed, my children. As I am also blessed to have someone like this in our arsenal. How is it fun trading with market open, market close anyways? I don't get it. Some people seem to be enjoying max pain. Forever break-even traders. Faking along the way. Everything that they do is for the image. We do everything for effect. Remember that. Damn it! Sykes, thank you. Tonto.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
No, not you, the other one.
Yes, you are.
You're fired. You're fired.
Oh no.
Yes. The hell was I saying? Daily target 51 to 48. That remains our primary target place of interest. Okay, this is where we want to be. But we're not getting there immediately today, maybe. I don't know. Not likely. Then we also have an intraday setup, and I would not recommend going long at this place here. I think you're looking at a region of 6,300 down to 57,700 roughly. Sorry, 59. This just in this region right here. This is where your ladder is going to be. I see that this is a place of many interactions and visits in the past, and I think we're going to most likely trade this range up. And like I said, it could be a breakdown here, and that's how we get to our target. Okay, we're looking at something very bearish, flaggish that's setting up here. Very convexity rich territory for Bitcoin. Too bad it did not pump past that 70k level yesterday. That would have been an ultimate close my eyes and short setup, but the market, I told you before, the market prices everything in. So it front run the idea already, as we were discussing it last night privately in the platoon. But I told you that the main thing here was to warn you ahead of time, and so you don't lose your capital. So well done on that in that regard. Yeah, so we just had one candle here that's that is looking doji-ish, indecisive. So I think if it goes up again, I'm looking to short it again. I think that would make sense personally. What are we looking here? This is looking like it just posted a pivot. Price is still on target, printing that 3-day divergence, not divergence, but a bearish flag formation. CR Trade Insights is the channel where we have that chart posted is. So it could be, maybe we're a little early to that, but overall it is still painting. That picture for us. And it's only a matter of time. Now, looking at the structure here, right? I would say this would be the area where the breakdown happens. This would be how many times already? I don't know. A lot of, this floor is where we're going to spill. So I would conservatively trade this target because I think we're going to have a bounce, grind up against it, and then ultimately go lower, because we'll have to start counting our first low somewhere in this region here. Does that make sense? Okay, let's tag along. So yeah, we're looking to find a low, and the lower high on the pullback here is another short entry for a continuation trade, most likely. Just posted a high, so the next natural thing is either a new high or a lower high away from this level. So depending on how play, I'll keep you posted in the group. But overall, the signals were there. Everything is just, let's stop talking about how we were right once again. But I can't help but think how, for me personally, on another matter completely, it was about the algorithm. It was about the algorithm that you're soon to have that post reversals. There's simply no indicator that will give you that, okay, ahead of time. There's just no such thing, but there is, and its name is MarketSpy. And DSR update is going to roll out closer to Cyber Monday appropriately. I mean, look at the channel here. What do you think this is? 1930s? We're living in the future, baby. We have methods that are beyond Gen Z. It's like, it's what your kids will be teaching you, how to trade the markets. We're doing it right now. Futuristic methods that are undisputed. For me, anyways, I'm not, trying to show this is what puts bread on my table, right? So I'm looking at these things here, and so far they have been pretty good. So I'm really happy about the latest edition. I like the performance, and I'm just waiting for some hard data to see how it does across all the other markets, not just Bitcoin. So once that's out, once we evaluate and think that it's safe and reliable, it should be published. But it's been refined, and yeah, right now I would, in times of uncertainty, I would wait for these guys to show up at the bottom range here somewhere. Now again, what's here? This level that we have identified, a highly traded level that we can run through and come back to again and chop through, and just like, as the exchange makes money, so will we, on limit orders up and down using the tools, market maker, chaser, automatic opening and closing of positions at your, this is the level. S1 is right there too, and it's actually resting weirdly on when we're projecting to pick this up. So S1 is there. It is thin, and we currently are still slightly biased to the upside, but I think this drop here was not enough. I think the momentum here has the power to continue pushing lower. Although we bounced on the TC, I still maintain my last night's feeling about how it's a short regardless until we go lower, way lower. And so the ultimate entry would be between 50 and 48 right here. Is it coming now? Now you're starting to slightly believe me and say, what if? Because when you're staring at a candle like this, and I'm talking about these levels, it's kind of hard to grasp, right, that there's a possibility. Otherwise, the market is telling you, no, we are going long, and into the stratosphere. The thing is, we've been circling around the moon. We're not going to the moon. Just on the other side of it, exploring craters. And the next crater is right here. The moon landing is going to bring us down lower. So in today's, in your intraday setup right now, look for a push higher, but ultimately position yourself short, as the likely outcome of this first candle is going to spell chop and then result in a spill down the road. I have no idea what's going on fundamentally across the markets right now, but if I were to pick a trade, pick a side, it would be at starting at like the 58, 59-ish level. Very small sample size of contracts, but it's there. This will effectively need to take out this stop loss area. If it does, we do have a decent bounce. I already kind of missed the wick, but the wick gave you pretty insane gains already. It's like 2,000 points reversal instantly on a 10% 6 candle dump. Wow. I'm not superstitious, but some of the things I see sometimes makes me question my sanity. Now, yeah, okay. I know nothing. This stream is for you. We're testing if this is a better time for everyone, so we're gonna see how it does. But we're in no rush, and we're just gonna chill through the night here for a couple of hours. and see what's happening. And it is now also my homework time, where I have to sit down in peace and quiet. So we'll probably switch the music to something more less hype, and we'll analyze the charts, and I'll try to find a trade and probably execute it here together with you, and see if I can come up with more supportive evidence to make sure that we have a very solid setup, and not just the first sign of a hint that we see that, oh yeah, this is a long territory or a short territory. So let's cement our analysis from last night here, and treat this stream as an extension of that. By the way, I think it may have been recorded. I'm not sure if it was. Thank you to my number one partner in crime and suspect, Taratu and JD, because they have been recording those inside Discord streams, and I think those have been extremely helpful for those that are not able to catch us live. So let's give it a pause. I'm gonna grab my coffee, wash my face, and I'll be right with you. Platoon, welcome back. It is good to see you. So we got a little what do we have? Nothing. I have decided to scale in with a, where the hell am I? Check it out. We have prices that are looking like this. Here's the ladder scale. I do believe that sooner or later today, at some point, that we're gonna hit these levels. If not, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna fade the bounce for sure. But in the meantime, the counter direction here, we're looking to basically scoop up these levels. Okay, there's a fat round number that is most likely is going to hold for a bit, give you a trade, and then there's a possibility that we go lower. Does that make sense? I don't know. To me, it does. If you disagree, leave a comment down below. Actually, it's not a video. What am I talking about? This is a live stream, the best live stream in the world for Bitcoin, but you already knew that, didn't you? Chat. You're looking lively. Not. So, specifically, right? Patience here is a must. Now, the day has just begun. And as this thing is falling, so okay. Let's brainstorm a little bit. What could potentially happen here? Doesn't matter. How can we trade this? That matters. Okay, so you have your pivot stop loss, which is kind of insane right now, and that's the thing about stop losses and your allowed size that you can trade, is that you're looking at a almost a 4K drop already, right? So the distance to a logical stop here, and there's no tighter stop. You know, we should use daily 4 hours to calculate to be safe, because these things, those time frames, they take time, obviously, because they're bigger time frames. They take time to play out, and because of that, we have more time to evaluate and not be impulsive and react to our trade setups if they go slightly underwater and whatnot. But it would be nice to see this pull back up. I think when that happens is when we have the short-term trend flow cross over to the zero line, and we're gonna get some sort of little red pocket here that we can trade. And also, let's overlay MarketSpy. So a little flag right now, and it's, you know, it's telling us that price maybe is targeting. So okay, my take on this is that we go back up to here. We should probably look for closure at those levels. I think we're gonna print like a widening, expanding mouth here, like this. And this will be the area to watch. So back to 66. It's a highly liquid traded area here. Your VPVR is sitting there, and we're looking to do some damage down from those levels. But this looks way too easy. So the market is looking like it might not even give us that chance. So any pushback towards these levels, I'm willing to go short. And I think using this pivot high on the green box is a safe place to put a stop on, which is quite insane, because here on this dump you don't have any decent location to put a stop on except this area. So your risk to reward here is pretty crappy. However, if you position yourself to go long on a bounce at around 61 down to 59, where my ladder is, I think there's a decent chance that we will exhaust briefly. And if that happens, let's maybe put a little divergence in here on lower time frames. Let's see how she goes, and maybe we can trade away from this level. Does it make sense? Let's do that. However, if it goes up right now, I think fading it at this level down to those levels is also a great play for the intraday. So today's trade is going to be either up short or down long in this box, or even an overshoot slightly lower, which I'm counting on it, but I will adjust dynamically as we approach this level, and I'll see what MarketSpy is telling us. And what's going on with Evergrande? I need some. I'm gonna get back inside of our Discord to see if anyone posted anything useful, because that thing could be. It's not the reason. There could be a technical setup, which, like I said yesterday, the markets are extremely overheated. Number one, like insanely overheated, right? Across the board. Gold was going up, and silver. Last night I told you that's a warning sign for Bitcoin, because money is starting to spread out. The cockroaches are coming out of their nest. They're like running in panic. Something's going on, right? Today we have news of Evergrande defaulting, but almost. And if they didn't now, I mean, every time we get so close to it, like the market reacts. So I don't think that would be the catalyst, but it's, you know, they will blame that because it's never the profit taking. Simply, it's never, hey, it's time to take profit on our Bitcoin longs from like 40-50k. It's never that. It's like, oh, Evergrande was the reason why we dumped. But anyway, the reason why we want to trade this is because when that dump comes, we'll buy into it. Okay. Is it a wise decision to do so? Yes. Trade fear and trade greed. Sell greed, buy fear. And that's incoming. Like I said, right now, and I just got to these charts, and it's way too early. It's looking like the strength here is not convincing. It's a fresh dump, fresh reaction, but was that it? I don't think so. The orb is down below. No way it's gonna recover anytime soon above. Excuse me. Whoa. Pardon me. Method 1 says, useful information that high inflation numbers today, 10-year yield rising, market through a wobbly. Yeah, so, but inflation is good for Bitcoin, no? We'll see. Thank you, Stephen Rempel. 5 p.m. here. It looks like we have the same number. Now remember, I don't, you know, go out of my way to advertise. YouTube algorithm is not recommending these streams because it only recommends videos. It's really hard to find this channel, and I'd like to remain a diamond in the dirt. It feels better to manage this. It's easier to reach to you guys, to get through to you with a smaller user base. All right, because hey, there's a reason that majority are not prepared and are losing money. Okay, it's because saturation, right? So we're good. But in terms of like the time of the day right now, we're gonna stick around for a couple of more hours to see how it goes. But I wanted to better understand, like, does the time zone matter? And right now it doesn't really matter. It just shows willing traders and committed traders from our Discord that are interested in price action and want to brainstorm the charts together are here regardless. And that's what a true good trader is. There's always time. There's always time for a little chart time. Does that make sense? There's always time for a little chart time. Yeah, you know.
Take a break, CR.
You think so, Tonto?
Yes, senor. Your coffee is ready.
Well then. Is it ready though? It is? Okay. Okay, so I think so what I think doesn't really matter, but to answer method questions, I was just gonna slip this in there. I think it's a risk asset, but not just another risk asset. I think the reason we are able to make money from this continuously is because it's a risk asset. Wouldn't be interested in it if it wasn't the case. So I'm not trading this because it's a hedge. I like my dollar, regardless. So how do you make a dollar? You trade Bitcoin. But like I said, let's not divide and conquer here, okay? Your objective is to accumulate or preserve the dollar value or accumulate more Bitcoin. Either way, these setups give you both. It's only a matter of, are you selling or are you hodling what you trade, what you end up with. I don't know. Seeing how BitMEXC introduced USDT so late in its life, they're kind of falling behind, but it's almost like they're telling us, you would desire trading USDT more pretty soon. So what's in it for Bitcoin? I'm not really sure, but I'm on the cautious side, as ever. Hey, does anyone have a problem with market makers sometimes not casting a ladder? Like, I don't know if I should log into my Bybit to see, but sometimes it's just it's not, for some reason it's not there. Like it says placed orders, but it does not reflect, like the API doesn't go through. I don't know. Could be just me. Let me see. Also, down to this level, we have a gap. Okay, we have a gap on CME, a tiny little gapper there. There she is. So let's quickly zoom in here with the horizontal line. It's right there. 62 to, yeah, it's a tiny one. Let's just say like this region. There's a lot of candles were traded here, so I think support is slightly lower. And again, it you know, my long setup is just around there. So this makes sense, and it's looking like we're following the trajectory here as previously symmetrically. Yeah, can't stay too far away from the 50. This line here represents the 50 EMA on the daily. We have quite a like 26% deviation from the mean over here. I think we're gonna come back there regardless. So at least halfway through, stick to your guns. I'll be grateful you did. And prices going higher, yeah, anywhere above a 50 level. As it pulls back and goes higher, I'm like shorting it. Anyways, so we also have, what do we have? We're also looking to scan this chart right here, take a look at what's happening. So a couple of hard levels here that we traded. Okay, and it came back inside of the channel. Now, last time it also failed to stay above it. This is a huge ass channel from forever ago, and yeah, we're having some troubles there. We're having some troubles there. Could it be a retest? Maybe. Too bad. I mean, if I was around, this is from last night when we said, like, you know, 63 is kind of like your long territory, and maybe this will go back up. If it does, I am shorting into it. Are we gonna post another high? Potentially, and that could be a slight maybe divergence then, and give us a completely new pattern to work with. And I think we're still building it. I think we're still building it. So, but yeah, today you want to be sitting slightly lower. I think if this does look like a retest, but if we go ever lower, if we go ever lower, then we're taking out this low here and likely to hold. Now this orange line here is the 0.25 fib level, and that's I think that's the lowest you can go. So the best risk to reward experience here is to long this bad boy. Take out the low here. So the stops are highly concentrated here. Ever since like this setup, we had not cleared any stops whatsoever. So all these bulls are sitting pretty right now, not worried about a thing, but we're coming for them. We have to at least once. And that, you know, could that start a reversal of the trend for the short term? Maybe. Maybe. Trend flow is still healthy on the higher time frames. But we'll trade the red pocket here, meaning when we see a little bit of red here in the short term, that's right now it's too early to say if we're getting it. 4 hours already there. Give us more, give us more. There's a potential MAG7 that's setting up. Bearish divergence went a little too fast. And 3 hours, she's ready to curve up a little bit. 2 hour the same. Lightning bullish div here. That's a play, and possibly if we get a green dot here on the reversal, then yeah, we can expect this to go up. Now, can we look at these little candles here and say that there is some resistance ahead here? Or face resistance, flipped about a lower time frame, 2 hours, but I think I'm willing to initiate a short 66. Give me I'm willing to ask here, maybe something like that. Then maybe if it holds here second time, maybe long it, then ask around here, and definitely hold a short from there. I like this idea. I really do. But if it doesn't want to play nice here, then wants to do a scarecrow tactic here and spook me a little bit, well, it's kind of hard to do because we'll be buying right into it. This will exhaust. These two candles are already looking pretty tired, but if we consolidate and go higher, yeah, just flip the chart a little bit, right? See that the pump was, or the dump was not sustainable, so it needs to cool off. It needs to come back down to these levels, and then slowly continue grinding down. If that's even, I don't know, is it too much to ask? Yeah, but looking like a solid play. Now on the 1 hour, we also hit our value line just around here, and that's a long-term support level. But I think we can revisit it once more. 63,300 high probability daily half-day level. Maybe we'll go there once again. So one more drop, slightly lower, and we're game. We're picking it up. Ultimately, though, S1 support till the end of the week at 60k. So I don't think we're dropping to 60k now. I think we're going up. Then we're struggling to come and conquer the previous level. So we're looking at the HC of this move. So let's play it this way. We will look at let's look at a pullback. Yeah, look, where's HC here? It lines up with what? It lines up with And now we have to use HC because the candle was pretty aggressive, all right? So they're going to start buying it right now. The algos, I mean. Retail is shorting. And it's going to bring us up to at least 65,700. But I think there's an overshoot here and we go short. I go short. Then we drag this out sideways. Calm down a little bit, maybe have an aggressive pump, then I'm definitely short. But if not, I'll probably hold this down to go lower. 48 fair value for more upside potential. A cool off would be very, very nice here. So right now, I you know, if I was here, whether I'm live or by myself, I am not executing this yet. I just had a fresh pullback and I literally woke up to this and it looks like the pivot was missed. So either we go lower than that or it's a no touch zone here. Go slightly higher, especially on an impulse, and I'll short it just as impulsively as it jumps towards these levels. And it's gonna take a long time, but we're setting up pretty nicely here. In the chop zone between the 50 and 200, bounce on TC. Decent bounce. Diverging, most likely to push higher now. And when this thing comes all the way up to closer to R2, then rinse and repeat. We have a lot of take profit signals here from the top dump. So from here to here is telling us that you know, you're risking it, holding it down. So I think it is telling us that it's gonna go up in the short term. How high? I don't know, but it's above VWAP right now. Lots of let's see how this plays out. Let's see. Now, wicks, that's natural. You know, we see pin bars all over the place, right? We have one big pin mother bar, an inside bar, and a little pin bar within that open and the close here, telling us, followed by another bullish pin bar that says that we might push a little higher. So let's take out the trailing steps, touch R2 maybe. And see what that does for us. Trade the chop basically. I'd imagine that somewhere in here we'll have a little range that we can play. So let's play. All right, stream, everyone's asleep. It's gonna take it easy. Like 5 minutes, and let me see, because the day's just getting started for me, and the night is young for you. Maybe I'm wrong. John Bunjohnny says, I'm dying of sleep. Tomorrow I'll watch the recording. Have fun, guys. Sweet dreams. Don't let the bed dumps bite you. Or something like that. Max 7 invalid if yellow ATR diamond on the same candle. Depends how the candle is looking like. So if it's on the close, you probably can scale. But if momentum is strong and we've been dumping for a little while, then the Max 7 with the yellow ATR diamond is not too bad. 5-minute time frame, for example, you're still getting a tight entry. If it's on the 4-hour, yeah, it's too late, because you're looking at a bigger distance, and a failed momentum or a continuation from there gives you very little profit in the direction. Skipping trades is the best. It's the best thing ever. And I mostly look at MarketSpy to tell me when not to trade rather than when it's giving me a trade signal. It's kind of weird, but it's, yeah. So when I need to figure out, like, does this make sense right now or not? And, you know, at a glance, you sort of tell right away if it makes sense or not. So look, a small short ladder here already put us at 0.01%, and they just started. So once we have a solid trade, we'll instantly make our quota. 1%, gang. The most wanted. Let's watch these bolts together here, and let me be the first to short the strength on a GPS or a C dot reversal here that's incoming. 1 hour. This could take a whole day to play out. So I think evening time, when we usually do the streams, or like your morning time, is we're gonna be just in time for something that's tradable. The market is freaking out right now. You know, as far as I can tell, that volume over there looked pretty aggressive, and it's increasing, bearish as hell. Off the top, look how increasing it is from here. So price is dumping, volume increasing, bearish signal. It's not a good thing. Price is dumping, volume is decreasing. It's a good thing. Price is rising, volume is rising. It's a good thing. Price is rising, volume is declining. That's a bad thing. Not always, but most of the time. Curity Bagaret using 1x always for the market maker, right? Yeah, a portion of that gets filled and sold, with the rest being a reserve. Because of the frequency here, it doesn't really matter that you're trading smaller number of contracts, because it happens frequently, right? Much like with chasers. So not really a bad thing to be staying under 1x. Actually, it's the thing that you should be doing most of the time, because that yields very favorable results per trade. And 1x, remember, it can be very stressful. Mentally, you're thinking that's 100% on my account. That's all you need to know. Forget about leverage. That's, you know, no other exchange is going to pay you fees for trading this way. So you're at a huge advantage here over everybody else. And at the same time, you're respecting risk, not borrowing leverage unless you have to. If you end up with your 1x in a hot spot and you need to get out, compensate for a bad trade, you know, actively manage your position, then yeah, you're borrowing a little bit, but not, you know, you need to give it some time. Usually the longer you wait, the better off you are. So if you borrow immediately after getting a bad entry and you understand that there's no way to bail, you know, you need to give it some time, 24 hours minimum, to see if you even need to borrow that leverage or not. So am I saying hold on to your loser? Well, it's not a loser. Look, it's a little different how we trade, how we look at the market here, okay? There's no such thing as a losing position. A losing decision, for example, that is going to cost you eventually if you overpower it with leverage. Yeah, there is a thing like that. But your entry is not losing or winning. It's just that. It's an entry that you need to manage and turn it into a profitable. So how many times have you seen our traders come out of hot water unscratched? Lots and lots of times where they would get a so-called bad trade in, but somehow manage to survive. And that's because they learn how to swim Sujitsu style, and they have plenty of oxygen. Your leverage, your portfolio size, your oxygen, you know, the volume that you can give yourself to breathe underwater is very important. But 1x is the ultimate winning number. Steven Rampel says, my main strategy is go underwater, hopefully not on purpose, right? It's like, hey, I can do this anytime, because you might, yeah, okay, and DCA into profit right after. Every time 90% win rate. And it would be minus 90% if you had stop losses and excessive leverage and no patience. No understanding of what Bitcoin is doing, essentially. But yeah, Steven Rampel, a very, very nice Sujitsu tactic, and it's the only way to do it. DCA into profit on selling and buying. Yeah, 0.05x or 0.1x. It's funny because we had a YouTube commentator here who came in. Is like, what do you mean 0.01x recommended? Like, do you mean leverage? There's like a huge exclamation marks and question marks. Is like, why so low, bro? Right? Little do they know that the devil is in the details. They were not impressed. It's like, TF, do you mean 0.01 leverage? Exactly what I mean, my man. When you're ready, we will see you then. So, those guys are yet to lose enough to believe the unbelievable. By the end of the year, we will share our P&L graphs and charts performance, and we will see what trading with under 1x means for your account, as well as what happens during drawdown, how recovery works in terms of time needed to recover versus like one big losing trade. And I would imagine that most of you would have a 45-degree angle up on all your portfolios, because and you know, not a one-time thing, like every day like this. And you should be grinding your way up a 45-degree angle. Better if it's mostly flat and once in a while there's a spike and then a little drawdown and then a recovery higher. And you know, it needs to look like a Bitcoin chart pretty much. So if you're trading like Bitcoin, so your P&L sort of reflects the performance of Bitcoin. It's on par or even better. If during the dips you have spikes in profit, and during rips you have spikes in profit as well, because you're going against it. But the mean is there. it's correlated to how the market is performing and drags you along with it. Okay. Maker is holding price hostage at these levels. We need to stop it. Stop the madness. So it's rounding off right now. So a drop here could be a bullish pickup. So we're now going to place the buy orders and wait for it to reach down towards these levels. So on a smaller time frame, that could be look at something like this. It's definitely rounding up. Do you see the roundness on this? Do you recognize the banana pattern that's in the making right now? Yep. It's coming. It's squeezing. And we want to go back to here, the EMAs with support immediately right below. So I think it's going to attempt to dump. They'll sell into it. We'll buy into it. And then it should have a mini reversal incoming again. The second attempt. But right now, let's wait for the leg. If it gives us that, great. If not, nobody move, nobody get hurt. That's what Bitcoin is telling you right now. It's coiling up like a venomous snake. If you don't step on it, you're okay. There's no threat. Start messing with it. It's agitated. No, Stephen Rempel, not bananaing. It's just going bananas. What we should call it. Price action is bananas right now. So expect it to do the opposite of what you're seeing. It's bananas, man. Bananas. Okay. So immediately, you can see the flag over here, right? Clean closes of the price. Give us a spill. And we're all in. How big can it be? Back to the orange line. Back to the daily half-day open right here. Sorry, weekly. TC again? I don't know. Anyways, there's this possibility here. He's coiling up. JD, I would not put market maker both sides. Ever. Personally. Also, there's the issue of the limits. You have to care about the API limits, and these numbers here are very, very tight. So both way, the sell number of orders is 15, right? For our API rates right now, it's 15. And so opening it, canceling it, to have a very tight price range like this is extremely difficult, and it's just going to give you a bunch of errors and say that, you know, you reach your limit. So go ahead and sign up for that link already so we can submit. No, I'll announce it soon. But yeah, you can start now if you haven't done so already. We're gonna get rid of these limits. But if you're not part of it, then I don't know. People DM me and they ask me, you know, I'm already KYC'd. I gave the instructions and I haven't heard back from them since. Traders in our Discord, so I'm not sure if you really want it. It's not an excuse, you know, that I'm tied in, that I'm KYC. There's a way around it. You can actually switch for the purpose. Bybit, they know what Bybit Pro is. They know who the traders are trying to get rid of these limits, and so there it is. There it is. Let her spill, and we'll start buying into it. Could be interesting. Come on. Bit more. Maybe give us a little divergence, right? What's it looking like on 30? Anyways, we have an attempted reversal here, so it's only a matter of time before it just needs to flush out more traders. Please do so quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, you now have the official setup for a directional trade. Remember, 66,600. Come on, bring it. Is your short fade level, 66 level right here. All right. Wait for this thing to confirm. It's rounding off right now. I don't know. We usually want to see a spill. If it doesn't happen, I still urge you to sit a little lower. Now, sideways candles, doesn't matter what the pattern is, doesn't necessarily mean a continuation of this dump. It was very aggressive, more aggressive than this. If this was not sustained, then this is also not sustained. But there's a chance price will go up. As it goes up, position yourself for a potential short at this region. Okay, I'm just gonna cast a ladder. And second thing to pay attention to is that if you're going long on this setup, wait for like your weekly 63300 right here as the immediate level of interest here. So if it goes sideways, maybe you're looking at a bullish pennant that will break out and give you that upside potential here, right? So wait for it, let it condense, let it show you where it wants to go and trade against it. And ultimately 60 to 59. And to be exact, I'll update you later, right, in our Discord if we have a trade setup. But you're essentially looking at 59,300, the lowest to buy in, starting from around 60,700 down to about 59.3. So 67, 53, 59.3. So try to play that level there. If it happens, the red box is the jack of all trades. No pun intended. And you're looking to play that level there. All right. This bad boy here, let it compress, let it go up, short it. If it falls lower, you're looking for this thing here on the weekly chart. Is it gonna happen today? I don't know. Will this 50 moving average hold the 4-hour time frame? I also do not know, but I do know that this will, for sure. So risk is a little higher, but looking at a pivot, this could be a stop placement, and essentially, just like before, you know, every time we do this, we have the same outcome. Let's just say you're looking at a trade setup that looks something like this. I think it's good. Long trade setup, what are you going to do? Put a stop loss right here, right here. These are all stale and are due for clearance. This one just posted a fresh low. You don't want to be taken out if you're too rash and you think that was the bounce. Maybe it was. Remember, it's retesting the top of the channel that runs like this. Okay. Is it enough though? I don't know. I think we wait for it to come back lower. Bump it from this yellow line, high probability weekly setup, and ultimately if it goes up, fade it with a stop right here and I'll hold on to it. And if we get something that's more clear, more legible, I'll update you in the Discord, and later tonight we're gonna have a stream and come back to this. I may put a trade in today or I may not. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna play those levels and those levels only. No in between. And as for the market maker, I paused it. I have my buy orders sitting here. Look at that. Boom. Okay, and I'm gonna be patient and report back once this is done with. I'm 2x'd here at this level. Pretty confident that we're gonna have a good trade setup here. Now this is ME1 setup, meaning we just had a signal coming in and there's a long territory right here. So yeah, because a drop like this, if it gives me that, is just not gonna last. It's just not gonna last. We're gonna have one hell of a bounce here as well. There's so many late hopeful bids down there that they will instantly reverse the price and go up. So that's, well, you don't need to see Bybit Pro. You have your levels, trade them, and I will update you in the platoon if there's something new. We just opened on the daily and it's a spiller. It's a spiller going down. We just had a small bounce. But yeah, let's buy those levels and let's short a bounce. sometime later today. However, if it's night, don't even bother with this. All right, come back in the morning. You're gonna have a trade set up. Don't sit around for this. Go get some rest. And if you have work to do, don't let it distract you. I think right now it's good to just wait it out, let it build up from here, and go counter against whatever it is that's it's building up. So if it starts to creep up, we'll push it from push those shorts from above. If it drops, remember the drops are more swift and are lengthier and are faster and are more profitable if you're buying those dips to counter the market. And so that's why it's a little deeper, right? It's in the red box on the weekly. And I think that's a good setup. Usually we have one per day, and this is the one I'm looking at. However, you see a baseline reclaim on like 15, 30, MarketSpy. Do your assessment of momentum there. See if price just kind of, stops moving, dies off a little bit, and you want to trade that signal as well. Remember, higher time frames are still healthy. Long-term trend flow is intact. Looking at 432, it's okayish. All right, there's potential. So we're gonna bottom out, but we just need that one more push. All right, safe trading. I will see you here again. I'm just gonna go and pick up a couple of things that I need for my battle station. All right, it's that time of the year again, and I'll see you in Discord in like 6 to 8 hours. Cheers.